would be the fact that one person is talking. But what's different is with the monologue, the other characters in the play are listening to them. The soliloquy, they are not. It's just the audience. So a soliloquy is a way for a character to voice private thoughts. And they even have the root of the word. The word soliloquy comes from the same root as the word solo, which references a person alone on stage. Sure, you're taking cornell notes, not on YouTube, and email. You'll have to use your cornell notes, application. Since most traditional plays consist primarily of dialogue between characters, monologues, and soliloquies, the intent, the purpose of them, is to provide a pause in the dramatic action. And so in this last paragraph, just make sure that you understand that we're there to give a pause in the dramatic action. Always some type of significance. Obviously, with a soliloquy, it's to understand a particular character better, right? If you're getting a chance to hear their thoughts and their feelings, when you're, as we study empathy, the 6 weeks in our advisory classes, you're getting the chance to be empathetic towards a character and understand their thoughts and feelings. Very good. Yep. All right. So here's a portion of a monologue from a Greek play. In this passage, the king of Thebes, Creon, attempts to address the rebellion that is going on in his kingdom. He is addressing the people of Thebes in his speech. You'll notice there are some underlined portions in this speech. I want you to be able to tell me which of the following sections of Creon's speech indicates he is dedicated to his citizens' safety, number one, and number two, that he wants to present himself as powerful. So, can I get someone to read King Creon? Hannah? Can I do it? Yes, of course.
All right.
Okay, remember, your inspiration is you are giving a speech, and you want your citizens, your fellow citizens, hello fellow citizens, right? You want them to know that you care about their safety, but you also want to present yourself as powerful.
Thank you for the applause there. I would not stay silent if I saw disaster moving here against the citizens, a threat to their security. For anyone who acts against the state, its enemy, I'd never make my friend. For I know well our country is a ship which keeps us safe. And only when it sails its proper course do we make friends. These are the principles I'll use in order to protect our state.
Bravo. Old reading, good job. Very good. Very good. Very brave, I love it. Okay, so which line indicates that King Creon Creon is dedicated to the citizen's safety and presents himself as powerful. What is him?
The very first one.
The very first one, good, okay, do you guys agree with that? The rest of you? Okay, someone tell me why. What about that one line tells us that King Creon is dedicated to his citizen safety and presents himself as powerful? What is it? Alyssa?
He probably says not to stay silent and to take action against disaster.
Okay, good, then I would take action. Very good. Okay. Check. Correct? Exactly what you said, this indicates Creon will take action to protect his people. Very good. Nice to have those little, we have those little applications and we can take a break from writing or typing. Okay, the next vocabulary word we're going to cover is called an aside. A-S-I-D-E. An aside is a speech directed to the audience. It is not heard by the other characters on stage. What's the difference between this and a soliloquy is the fact that it's very brief. Kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like, think of it as gossip. When someone goes, puts their hand to their mouth and whispers in your ear. Yeah, exactly. Or Samson and Gregory in the beginning of Romeo and Juliet, comedic scene takes place. They're actually planning on starting up a fight between the Capulets and the Montagues, and they have an aside and they say, "Oh, I would like to film with them." I didn't even know that someone back at Shakespeare's time was very disrespectful. Exactly. It's very it's the same thing. Exactly.
I'm not hurt you.
No, it was a threat.
Yeah.
Right? And then they come up to each other, "Would you like to thumb into me, sir?" "No, sir, I do not like to." "No, sir, I do not like to, sir. I do not like to thumb, sir." They go into this whole little bantering back and forth, and they end up fighting. But before all that happens, they say to each other, they have an aside, and they say, "Oh, I hate that." We're gonna read bits and pieces of different plays.
Yeah, or the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I wish we could, I wish we could. So sad that they're shortening our study process here. Okay, so make sure you have the definition of what an aside is, okay? Because the other characters on stage are unaware of the speaker's true intentions or feelings, an aside often creates dramatic irony. Now, we've covered verbal irony and situational irony. Now, dramatic irony is when the audience knows what's going on before the characters do, or when the character does. So it's a situation, the technical term here, technical definition, a situation in which the audience knows something that a character does not know.
I like Dora.
Yes.
And then they go
All the
right.
people in the Halloween shows, all the horror movies, when you're singing, "Don't open the door." Just you know.
Yeah, let's hide in the graveyard.
That one guy from
I think that's like it's
Oh,
boy.
Is that a good idea?
I mean, they don't know. They don't know. I mean, if,
Yes.
if something made us sound like
Make sure
something
you
made us
get
sound
the
like
term written down in the definition.
it's not like I know this thing is some sort of weird monster.
So, just to recap about the three different types of irony that we've learned about so far. Dramatic irony, of course, we're looking at right now, a situation in which the audience knows something before the character does. Okay? Verbal irony is when you're saying one thing, but you're really meaning another. I just don't care. Okay, I could care less. Okay, so that's verbal irony. And then situational irony is when the situation contradicts what you really want the outcome to be. We gave the example of the people that are traveling up the escalator to the 24-hour fitness. That's situational irony. Okay, let's take a look at this example. Alright, so if you're, those of you that have never seen a script, raise your hand if you've never, ever seen a script before. Everybody's seen a script? So you know that the two characters here, Cecily and Gwendolyn, it starts out with their names in all caps, and that tells the actor where their part is. Okay? What we have in parentheses, in the first parentheses where it says with elaborate politeness, that's the stage direction. So that way the person who is playing Gwendolyn knows how to behave or the direction in which she needs to travel on the stage. Then we have what's called the aside, and this is where she's saying it silently or very softly to the audience, you know, or Cecily is going to pretend that she doesn't hear her actually. So, who wants to be Cecily? Who wants to be Gwendolyn with an elaborate politeness?
I'll go Cecily then.
Okay. Yeah. So, here's your background. Okay. Two women, Cecily, which one's Cecily? Okay. And Gwendolyn. Okay. They're meeting for the first time. However, they have heard so much about each other that they really don't like each other already. They prejudged each other. But they're going to make an effort to be polite. Quite a bit of irony in this play called The Importance of Being Earnest, written by Oscar Wilde.
Question, can I enter stage right? Can I enter
As long as it's not locked. You're good.
Please let us
I feel like you need to hit.
Please be locked.
Disappointment already.
May I offer you some tea, Miss Fairfax?
Thank you.
Detestable girl. I require tea.
Very good, very good. Awesome.
Good job. Good job. That was it exactly.
Okay, so our stage directions indicate that Gwendolyn is being polite to Cecily, but the aside gives away her true feelings. She thinks Cecily is a detestable girl. Because those words are in an aside, Cecily doesn't hear them, only the audience does. And you know, in reality, of course, the person playing Cecily would hear it because you do have to project your voice while you're on stage, but she just has to pretend as an actor. Very good. Very well done. Okay.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, geez.
Alright, let's take a look at the side of Shakespeare. Shakespeare's Macbeth. Okay? In this scene, King Duncan tells his friends that his son Malcolm will become king after he dies. But earlier in the play, three witches have told Macbeth that he will be the king. See if you can tell what the aside gives away about Macbeth's character. Okay? So we have King Duncan.
I can be a dude.
And we have
Don't worry.
Macbeth. And
I got
Macbeth's whole entire speech that you're going to get is an aside. So King Duncan's going to have to pretend like he doesn't. Alright, so do I have yes, Matthew. King Duncan, you bet. And I'm assuming, Hannah, you want to be Macbeth since you're
Who else?
Who else? They're walking up there.
Are you getting this on video?
You look like an elf.
I know I do. I'm fabulous.
Who else?
Do you have her permission? Does
even taller. Okay, go for it.
Okay. We will establish our state upon our eldest Malcolm, who we will name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland.
The Prince of Cumberland? That is a step on which I must fall down, or else, or leap. How do I say that?
Overleaf.
Okay.
Or
the-
leap.
Can I start over?
Yeah, make sure.
Sorry.
Since it's an aside, you don't want to say it directly to him. You want to
I know.
turn your back, so he's not hearing you.
In my way it lies. Okay, the Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else, or leap. For in my way it lies.
Alright, you want to try
Close
again?
enough.
I
You
would
want to
have.
try again with him starting out?
On
No, I hear it all again.
Can somebody tell me how to record on this thing?
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else, or leap. For in my way it lies. Okay, here you go.
We will establish our state upon our eldest Malcolm, who we will name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else, or leap. For in my way it lies. Stop again.
Or in my way.
That was close enough.
Good, Maggie.
Yeah.
Good
Take
job.
your breath.
Can we clap?
Alright.
What?
That is a step.
I don't even think.
Or in my way.
What was that?
Alright, so how does Shakespeare's use of the side affect your understanding of Macbeth's character? I remember Hannah was Macbeth. Right? And King Duncan was saying that the eldest Malcolm would be the Prince of Cumberland. So, what is Macbeth actually doing here?
There's no letters, Kelsey.
It's the second one.
Macbeth is determined to be king. The aside reveals that he sees Malcolm as someone he must defeat. Let's take a look at the other two. First one, Macbeth doesn't want to be king. That's wrong. And then the third one, Macbeth can't decide if he wants to be king. Okay? He's just being very sarcastic here. Like, ha, he's gonna be the Prince of Cumberland.
You want to go?
That's a step on which I must fall down or else or leap. Or in my way. It lies. Okay, so he wants to be. No. Alright, so he sees Malcolm as an obstacle he must overcome. Alright. Let's read the following summary of the play Cross Country. Then choose one of the following three elements: the hero, the motif of daydreaming, or one of the four archetypal figures. Remember what the four were? Temptress, trickster, hero. Very good. Alright, so you can choose one of the four archetypal figures, the motif of daydreaming, and the elements of a hero. And we're going to explain how it contributes to the understanding of the play's plot. Let's take a look at the passage. Okay. Got some readers to volunteer.
I was going to ask you.
Yes.
Could somebody read it and then somebody else interpret what's going on?
Interpret what's going on. Let's read through first. Okay, so we know. Okay, Claudia, and then Lovely, thank you.
Kyle, a truck driver, is dissatisfied with his life and has a hard time completing tasks. He is also a very proud person who won't accept help from anyone. Before he begins his cross-country haul to Los Angeles, he daydreams at a truck stop. A stranger approaches him and offers him a small sum of money to deliver a box to an address in California by a certain day, but only on the condition that Kyle not open the package. If the box arrives intact, Kyle will earn extra money. On the drive, Kyle gets so caught up in daydreaming about the contents of the box that he nearly gets into an accident.
Later on, Kyle picks up a hitchhiker who sees the box on the dashboard and senses there's something valuable inside it.
At the next rest stop, Kyle is busy daydreaming about the reward he'll receive for delivering the box. When the hitchhiker switches the box with a decoy, it disappears. After Kyle realizes the box has been switched, he tells his troubles to a wise waitress, who talks to him about the value of sharing one's burdens with others. Her brother works for the highway patrol, and Kyle reluctantly accepts the patrol's help. The authorities track down the hitchhiker and get the package, and Kyle delivers it in the nick of time. Earning his reward, he marries the waitress and embraces his life as it is.
What's in the box?
Yeah.
Probably like a billion
Snickers.
pounds of gold.
That's gonna bother me for the rest of my life.
Trace wanted to solve the mystery right here now. It's Snickers.
You guys go to the mafia and put a finger.
He's happy.
Alright.
Yeah, what if somebody back if you go to the mafia throwaway now?
For real.
Let's discuss this.
That was going off at that time.
That's why I don't trust hitchhikers.
Okay. The hero. The motif of daydreaming. Do we see any archetypal figures?
Yes.
Okay, yes. The sage, very good. And the sage?
Like-
Waitress, okay.
Marries.
I saw
Whom he marries, exactly.
the trickster and the hitchhiker.
The hitchhiker being the trickster, okay. Anything else?
Would it be that,
The temptress could be at the wall, right? What else?
Would be a really good one to go with that, wise witch.
Okay, where
I'm
did
a
you
big
find
fan of
this?
Kyle.
You were right. For
The sage, okay.
And they tell us that she's a wise waitress.
Exactly, yeah, you could use that for your evidence, couldn't you?
A wise waitress.
really weird choice of words? Those are not words that you say, like, they tell us.
They use the
Wise
adjective
and
to tell us
wise.
who's wise, but then she also teaches him or talks to him
Like-
about the value of sharing.
The deadly hobo. Or wise hobo.
Deadly hobo.
Her brother works for the highway patrol.
Deadly hobo.
Reluctantly
I just think
accepts the-
hobos can be deadly. That one that
Yeah,
stole
you
his
can definitely
stuff.
go, actually, hitchhiker.
Probably was just gonna murder him and then he's like, wait, there's a book in the back.
Oh. Yeah, because she switches the box. Don't you guys? Let's take a look at that again. Yeah, I think the trickster is the hitchhiker. He's the one who switches the box.
What we
For the decoy.
That's what we said.
I was too scared to go with
Okay.
Who was the trickster? Who was
Oh,
the
I thought this box was the. No, the box, you said the box was the best.
Is the what?
Oh,
okay.
not for Anthony McCallum? Recording for purposes reasons. They have that. They might be videotaped. What you doing, Matthew?
Alright. Try a little brain teasers here. What is an archetype? Read through them. Make sure you read through all of them. D?
Yeah.
You all agreement?
Yeah, that's like the only thing that's close to me.
Correct. Good
Yeah, it
job.
was D.
Next question. Oh boy. Okay. Scroll down. Indicate whether each description is an example of a comic or tragic hero. Let's see, let's go down the way, and where did we start? Which side did we start on yesterday? This side, so I'll start on this side today. Alyssa, read the first one.
An ambitious evil lord who commits crimes in order to become king, but who is eventually exposed and punished.
Comic or tragic?
Tragic.
That's your evil.
That's gotta come.
I find it hilarious.
It's kind of funny, like, you know, they're.
I find it hilarious.
But we did all that just to do
Alright, Claudia, read the next one.
A woman who finds a way to keep running her successful business, even though it means dealing with annoying
Think of it, we're just like, stop. And Malia.
Stop the whistle.
The government because she stands up for what she believes.
And Cindy.
A man who tries to pull
Yeah.
off
Give me a cookie.
a risky scheme to become famous and ends up getting what he wants, but not in the way he expects.
Oh, comic.
I mean, the answer
You're
is
laughing,
comedy.
so.
Tragic.
You're saying tragic.
I like all of those actually.
Correct. Next question.
Oh, that's a lot of words.
Read the summary of Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman. Which of the following sentences best explains why Willie Loman is an example of a tragic hero? Let's see, who's up there? Kelsey. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want
In
to
the play Death of a Salesman, Willie Loman is an aging salesman who is becoming too tired and old to do his work well. Throughout the play, he faces disappointment about his limited success as well as the failures of his sons. As the play progresses, it becomes clear that Willie often lies or hides things from people, spinning the fact to create an illusion of the life he wants. Now that he is older, it is more difficult for him to hide from the truth, especially the fact that he has gained little in terms of both material success and genuine human connection.
Okay, so, which of the following sentences best explains why Willie Loman is an example of a tragic hero? Willie's children are disloyal to him for no clear reason. Although Willie gains material wealth, he is still unhappy. Willie experiences the universal challenge of aging, or Willie has made decisions that have led to his suffering.
Last one. There's no more.
Am I hearing D as in dog?
There's no letters, Matthew.
No material wealth, hopefully it's a B.
So well.
Yes, his decision to be dishonest with himself and others, trying to put on a facade, this makes him an example of a tragic hero.
Okay.
Matthew.
All right, so let's see. I'm sure you can gather our directions, but match each character description with its corresponding archetype. A convincing salesperson who picks customers' pockets while explaining the product he sells. An old woman whose advice helps a young hero defeat a powerful enemy. Trying to get these to be common names. The sorceress. That right there gives it away, doesn't it? Who lures a sailor to stay with her on an island.
It's gotta be the main hero,
Sounds
right?
like the.
That sounds
Yeah, it sounds like
familiar.
the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Exactly. Seriously, Calypso. I couldn't remember the name. All right. I thought it was Odysseus.
Yeah, we got them all right.
Ulysses said, yeah, Odysseus. Same thing. These character descriptions match the archetypes they represent. Very good. Question. You're doing a lot of reading today.
Whoa.
Aren't you glad? Not making you write. Thank you, Ms.
Yeah.
Pollard.
Thank you,
Day
Ms.
after
Pollard.
Halloween, I'm not making you write. We're reading through some brain challenges. Read this summary of the play Gaslight. Which of the following sentences best explains how the gas lamp motif influences the play's plot? Somebody want to volunteer to read this? Here.
In the play Gaslight, a man marries a woman only because he wants to find a valuable piece of jewelry hidden somewhere in the attic of her house. Over time, the woman notices the man's often odd behavior as well as strange events going on in the house. But the man tries to convince her she is imagining things. In particular, she keeps noticing late at night that the gas lamps in the house suddenly become dim. The man manipulates her into believing that she is losing her mind, insisting that the lamps are just as bright as they have always been. But by the end of the play, the truth comes out. The gas lamps become dim at night because that's when the man goes up to the attic to search for the jewelry. When he lights the lamp in the attic, it uses up gas, causing the other lamps in the house to become dimmer.
All right, so the gas lamp motif carried throughout influences the play's plot. How? The gas lamps provide the woman with the clue that eventually helps her figure out what her husband is trying to do. The gas lamps represent the husband's greed, which is like an all-consuming fire that burns up everything good in his character. The gas lamps function as a symbol of truth, which is like a metaphorical flame that people depend on for meaning. The gas lamps remind the woman of her childhood, when her parents make her feel safe by leaving the lights on at night.
They all sounded correct until that last one.
Alright, so what do you think?
A.
Am I hearing it?
Wait,
I heard it again.
You gotta rub letters on them after.
Not hints.
So I can give you these letters.
It's B. Guaranteed A. Guaranteed.
Alright, let's take a hint.
I'm gonna say A.
Consider the function of the gas lights in the plot and how they affect the outcome of the play. Everybody see that question?
I got it.
You were over here saying C.
You're wondering why.
No, you weren't. You're not
joking.
Sure.
Although
You
the
said
man
D.
tries to convince her otherwise. Clue helps her figure out that her husband is not telling her not his truth.
But that could go for C as well. If that exact explanation.
Stabbing him is pretty fun.
Like, it's saying the truth, like, he's not being truthful, and then the giving, which is very none.
I think because asking about plot is the reason. Because when you're talking about plot, maybe. I'm just trying to find a reason for their reasoning. Usually when you're talking about plot, you're not in depth. Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. Interest here. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Which of the following sentences best describe how Mark Antony's monologue in Shakespeare's Julius Caesar helps develop his character as well as the theme of the play? The theme, they give you the theme. People can be indecisive about which leaders they favor. Okay, they give you a little background here. Mark Antony's speech follows one given by Brutus, who tries to tell the general public that Julius Caesar was ambitious or greedy. Mark Antony sets out to prove Brutus wrong. Okay? Are you sure?
Oh, if anybody else wants to read it.
Just kidding.
Oh, what you?
Alright, so
want to have a speech on?
Keep in mind, we're looking to see how the monologue develops his character as well as the theme of people can be indecisive about which gives them
Matthew, you should have a speech off. You should have a speech off.
Matthew.
Hold up.
He's let it long this time.
You do the Bernie Sanders thing.
I'm not laughing at it. I have to laugh at the outside.
Aw.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come.
Yeah, the Romans, they're
Okay,
not
let's
British.
start over. Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious. Ambitious. There you go. Sorry. And Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be the maid of sterner stuff. Oh, I read that wrong. Okay. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yes, Brutus says he was ambitious. You got it. Okay. Ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man.
Oh, so man. You laughed when you said the poor have cried.
You're good. Shakespeare's tough. You have to actually read through his writing quite a bit to understand Shakespeare. Notice they give you a little extra one here.
I give it. What's that noise, Matthew?
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's inside. Ryan.
So let's see what they want us to know. If you have a letter or a number, you always need to go figure out exactly what the extra information is they want to tell you. Okay, whose ransoms brought riches shared by all the people of Rome. So, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill? This is basically telling you the meaning of that line. Whose ransoms brought riches shared by all the people of Rome. We don't have the other one for Let's see. All right, let's try to figure out. We may have to go back and piece together some of this speech. How does this monologue develop the character, Mark Antony? And how does it develop the theme of the play? About how people can be indecisive about which leaders they favor. It's going to take a little brain power. Not gonna lie. So, this monologue shows that Mark Antony is brave enough to contradict public opinion and stand up for what is right. B, this monologue shows that Antony does not wish to take a strong position on the political situation, hoping that his neutrality will protect him. C, this monologue shows that Antony is too upset about Caesar's death to stand up for Caesar. Or D, this monologue shows that Antony believes Brutus was an honorable man who would not act against the interests of the Roman people. Okay, so one is basically saying he's contradicting public opinion. He's trying to be neutral. The third one is saying how upset he is about Caesar's death. And the other one saying that he thinks that Brutus is an honorable man. Yes.
Well, one, let's see, they did like They say Caesar, like, I think it's just a Julius, because Caesar just means emperor.
Okay, well, let's
I'm sorry.
focus on the question,
I
okay?
think
'Cause I don't wanna
he's
get distracted. This is, Shakespeare's tough enough to read, so I don't wanna get off topic here.
And I think it would
Notice he does say, I come to bury Caesar, but what does he say right after that?
Not to praise him.
Not to praise him. Okay, so, he does say he was my friend, he was faithful and just to me, but Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He has brought many captives home to Rome. Okay? Whose ransoms did the general coffers fill? Whose ransoms brought riches shared by all the people of Rome? Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When the orative cries, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. So does he agree?
No.
No. Okay. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. What do you think? You think he's trying to contradict public opinion? Do you think he's being fairly neutral? He doesn't wish to take a strong position on the political situation, hoping his neutrality will protect him. Do you think he's too upset about Caesar's death to stand up for Caesar? Or do you think he believes Brutus was an honorable man who would not act against the Roman people?
I thought everybody was stay neutral.
Stay neutral. What does everyone else say?
I'm gonna do it today.
D. Shows he was Bruce was honorable.
D.
Can you get the hint, please? So I can say that I'm correct.
In the monologue, Antony describes many of the good things Caesar did for the Roman people, but he adds Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. Consider whether Antony really believes that Brutus is honorable or not.
So D is wrong, C is wrong. C. And he says that Caesar did good things, and I'm gonna have to go A. It's not trying to remain neutral.
That's the year, right?
Okay? What do y'all think?
A.
Sometimes what they're saying is not what they're saying. Great job, guys.
With this,
Right? Although he might be crazy, Brutus, he's not really crazy. Okay, tell you what. Let's see.
Interesting. Can I like have this one?
We have about 7 minutes left. Here's what I want y'all to go ahead and get started doing. We're gonna start this tomorrow, but here's what I want you to go ahead and start doing. All of the vocabulary words that you've written down in your Cornell notes, I want you to go to Quizlet, and I actually want you to create your own flashcards. Okay?
My information might be.
So you can create your own set within Quizlet. You can search for pictures to help you with that, to describe what a motif is, what an archetype is. Okay? Not too many.
I'm just gonna yawn over here and you grab my freaking foot.
Now consider like,
Maybe like a pilot.
Dramatic conventions.
I keep yawning.
Hang on.
Had a good idea. How's it fucking doing? Oh, look, my name.
I know this one word.
Get your feet away from my desk. You and Cindy are switching spots. Wow. That is.
Who's Cindy? Oh. I thought I was looking at people over here. So you guys are dating? So you're dating Christy? No, you're dating Christy. Right? We also ran. For who was Christy on? That's pretty nasty. A fast one? What? Did we leave it? 9:51. So there's like 2 minutes. Hey Matthew, look. Look at my computer, Matthew. There you are. I'm not. What? Yeah. It annoys you. I know it annoys you. Do you want to see yourself again? I don't know if I'm lined up. Time to go. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm taking one biology.
I made this with you.
Why is everybody that question?
What is it? Is it sweet or is that beef? Okay. You poison it? It looked like them. He's gonna fix that. No, I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna be half that way.
You looked over the note to see how sad I was.
He always that's what he called. Yeah.
Anywhere he goes.
hard, but after just one long.
Yeah. Was it MCT?
Your shirt back. How'd you get your shirt back?
Boy, you would get that.
What'd you do last night?
Really?
Oh, no, it's over there. Do you want it? Yeah. That's alright. I have to go all the way.
Okay, you need to be on the classroom. And then I ran down here.
I was like, oh, yeah.
Okay, stole it. No, I threw it at We went trick or treating. I was grounded. What's all right about being grounded? I mean, I'm grounded too. I've been grounded since September. For what? My mom constantly getting in trouble. Back talking smart
What are you doing?
Nursing the I just got that.
John, you lying ass little boy. Why you lying, dude?
Yeah, it's possible. 100% possible I can't.
You're a liar. Yeah. An idiot.
Google Classroom biology.
Oh, no. I'm not smart.
You have any good chocolates? What do you have?
Oh, here it is. It's cool.
It went all the way. I threw it back.
Me pool? Austin, you're that bored. You just do your work, Austin. I'm trying to pass this class. Well, then pass it so you won't be in here next year, cuz. Bet. Oh my god, you suck.
That was terrible.
Swallow. Okay. Yeah, I don't want these things. Sit next to me. You're alright, dude. No, they're gross. What the
It's a Calcium Sun story about this Mexican son and black guy get out of the restaurant.
Who says I'm gonna do this?
You know Miss Castle killed the little kid? He ran him over?
Oh, yeah.
You know that?
Mr. Collison, what?
He ran a kid over?
He ran a kid over? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Killed him?
Yeah.
When?
It was a long time ago. He had told my cousin. And when they were in this class, they said that it was raining one night and he had ran a kid over. Kid, he died.
He just drove away.
I don't think so. But yeah, he killed the kid. Stop me.
I mean, Professor
Good. That's nice. Yeah, it's really good, but sorry you're not in the middle of it.
Hey, I guess holding hands.
You might want to see some pizza.
Hey, I don't want to hold hands.
Oh, I'm having a ritual. No, no one else holding it.
I'm gonna hold your hand. Shake your hand.
I don't want to shake your hand either.
No, yeah.
Hey, can you go into the left side so I can have some space?
No. Can you go back to your table?
Power clap, 1, 2,
Just bring
3.
it out here. We like you.
What are
You're very
these boxes
Better
for?
than over there.
Huh?
Like better than over there.
Descriptions of
That's
what? 21. The phases of the cell cycle, interphase, and mitosis. Where do you get this information?
Khan
Khan
Academy.
It starts with interphase, then mitosis. I think it's got it on 2 separate videos. By the time the big hand is on the 7, you should have the whole page filled in.
Whoa. Impressing me, miss. I had a long night last night. I really didn't. Really wasn't that was scary.
I didn't quite put enough almond joy, so I guess we all just have to get our stuff done.
I'm gonna go home.
So do we just draw for
Okay,
this
whoever's
one?
sharing your computer.
Think about it. Go paint him out.
What the heck?
I'm just kidding. What do we do after we watch the video?
You taking my phone?
You didn't even watch the video.
Yeah, I didn't finish watching it. I didn't give a shit. Let's see.
Chinese peanuts.
Yeah, you're 6 minutes and it's 8 minutes left.
What am I doing?
I know how to get it done quicker. Never mind, it doesn't work. I guess I'll just watch this.
And when they say something about G1, you write it down next to G1.
Right.
When they say something about the S phase, you put it there.
Oh man.
I thought they just dropped the baby.
Miss.
Do we just draw what he's drawing?
I thought they just dropped the baby.
Hey, throw this blunt away.
Oh, you little. Stop, man. It's already to get cut. Hey, what are you doing? What are you moving on?
Nothing.
Stop bringing it. Get rid of that.
I told you.